Amen, say man, welcome back to the best and realest MMA channel on YouTube. Today it's gonna be a special video because this video is almost like a part 2. My second most video on this channel is about Aleksandre Topuria. If you remember, you're an OG and he's fighting this week. I've been the one hyping up this guy the most. I can't tell you how much I believe and how much I got faith in this guy. His opponent's records, his resume is not great at all. Not at all. But I have so much faith in him because of the eye test. I never get hyped on prospects like that. Never. Unless they're Armenian, never. Because I'm Armenian. I'm someone that always doubts prospects and doesn't put faith in them unless they get 10 wins. This is different. Topuria is a gem. Call me crazy all you want. Call me glazing. Call it whatever you want. Topuria is not like every other prospect. He looks like he's Ilia Topuria but smarter. You heard that right. Ilia Topuria but smarter. He takes his time more. Ilia Topuria is like a bull. El Matador. He's El Matador. He just comes forward like a bull, which is why here and there. Whenever he was young, like lately nobody dropping him, nobody touching him, you know. Early on his career, he used to get hit here and there because he goes like a bull and there was defensive holes. Topuria doesn't like that. Topuria likes to pick you apart. Yes, he doesn't have the power of Ilia. He's gonna compete at bantamweight. He can't have, if he has the power of Ilia at bantamweight, I mean, nobody can beat him, literally. Ilia's power at bantamweight, no, but he doesn't have it. He doesn't have the power of Ilia. He has as crisp as boxing, maybe like a little worse, but I'll put the footage here. He was looking very crisp in all of the footage I've seen. And his grappling is looking amazing. Most of his fights are, he takes people down and just drowns them, ground and pounds them, or like if he wants, he subs them, whatever he wants, whatever he chooses like. But, you know, he's like Ilia Topuria but more calculated. Now, that can be a bad thing and a good thing. If Aleksandre Topuria doesn't reach the expectation I'm putting on him, is because he doesn't have the heart of Topuria. But technically, call me crazy, I think he's a... Am I crazy to say? I think he's more calculated. Ilia Topuria. They have the same skills. He's the main sparring partner of Ilia. So how bad can he be? He's the main sparring partner. All these fights, all these camps, he was training with Ilia, was the main sparring partner of Ilia. Yes, he has disappeared for a while. Yes, he retired for like 6 years. Him and Ilia started fighting same time on the same event. Then Topuria loses one fight against someone that was caught for roids, against a cheater. Then he retired for 6 years, but kept training with Ilia, was his main sparring partner. He is still the main sparring partner for Merab. Merab said it. If he has the skills, if he's sparring beasts like this, if he's the older brother of Ilia, so that means he's whooping up the little brother. Man, I am just so excited. I'm so on the hype train. I think he can be a champion in bantamweight. I think he will. The Topuria brothers will shock the world. A lot of people are saying, oh, Burns, this is like Gilbert Burns and Herbert Burns. Burns was never like Ilia Topuria, first of all. He was great. I mean, Herbert Burns and him, come on, man. Like, it's just different, bro. It's different. Aleksandre Topuria, when you see his style, he fights like Ilia Topuria, but more calculated, maybe less power. He seems like he has the IQ. Ilia, Merab, Guram Kutaladze, all these guys that train with Aleksandre said that he's the brain of the team. He's the one that puts the game plans. He's the brainiac. That's what Guram said. Guram said he's the one that puts the plans, that sets up everything. Man, I don't see him losing, bro. If he loses, then with the skills he has, with the experience of sparring with Merab and Ilia so often, he's the main sparring partner of Ilia, main sparring partner for Merab Dvalishvili. Merab said it. Merab said Aleksandre is better than me and Ilia. Then he said maybe not better than Ilia, but he's better than me. Now he is being humble, but man, all these talks I'm hearing about him, there is no way he loses on his debut. I don't care how good Volkanovski's guy is. I just don't care. I can't see him. From all the things I've heard, from the eye test on him, he can't lose. Like, how is he gonna lose? He has very good grappling, same credentials as Ilia Topuria. Great Greco-Roman wrestling, BJJ black belt. He's like Ilia Topuria at bantamweight. How can he lose? Okay, he hasn't fought the great opponents, but sparring with Ilia, that's your brother. You're his main sparring partner. Sparring Merab. Come on, man. Come on, I got so much faith. Aleksandre Topuria will be champion after Merab leaves. If Umar Nurmagomedov wants a shot at Merab Dvalishvili again, he gonna have to go with Topuria. Topuria is not young. Aleksandre Topuria is a year older than Ilia Topuria. He's 28. He's not young. I think they should do with him what they did with Ikram Aliskerov. Threw him to the wolves with Robert Whittaker. And before that, they threw him against Paulo Costa. They even tried to schedule him with Nasruddin Imavov. Ikram against Nasruddin. So they tried to throw him to the wolves. Do it to Topuria. I think Topuria is good. Aleksandre Topuria. I think they should not take their time with him. He's 28. There's not a lot of time. He beats this guy Colby Thicknesse with a great fashion. Give him straight number 14 in bantamweight, or top 50, or someone maybe just outside of their rankings that gets him in the rankings, at least just outside of the rankings, like someone, let's say number 16. You give him, put him in the top 15. You know, he has a big name, so if he wins by knockout and he already has a big name, he's already one of the biggest prospects right now, then imagine all the fuzz about him. Imagine all the hype that he's gonna get. He's gonna get so much hype. So let's do it, lad. Let's fucking do it. I'm betting the house on Aleksandre Topuria submission, KO, whatever he does. After Saturday, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna say, I told you so. He's the real deal. He is coming for that belt, baby. Yes, I said it. As much as it's crazy, he's a future champion in the making. Skills pay the bills. And the eye test, Rafi MMA's eye test never fails. If he loses Saturday, it's going to be injury, or it's going to be maybe he doesn't have heart. Because skill-wise, he is amazing. Great grappling, great boxing. He just like Topuria. Less power, but more brains. So, man, how can he be a fraud? Like, I don't want to jinx it, but how can he be a fraud? How? He's the main sparring partner of Ilia that gives him work. Main sparring partner for Merab. There's no way, man. There's no way. He's the big brother, man. Come on, bro. You got it. Aleksandre, you're gonna not shock the world because you're the favorite, but you're gonna shock the world with that performance you put. You know, they're gonna expect you to win, but not that performance. This is Georgian takeover. Georgian wrestling better than Dagestani wrestling. Let's go, brother.